Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be continuing reading our entire Bible as we have been, as we learned before about Samson's downfall. And now we're getting to the next story called Bringing Down the House. This is based on Judges chapter 16, 21 through 30. So, the Philistines carry out their threat to the blind Samson. They chain him to the grindstone and make him grind grain in the prison at Gaza. But untouched by his captors, his hair begins to grow again. So obviously he's on a grindstone, but they don't think nothing of it. And as the time goes by, his hair begins to grow once more. Oh God, give me one more chance to free my people from the slavery of the Philistines. Outside the prison walls, the Philistines prepare for a great festival to Dagon, their god. Bring your gifts to Dagon, who delivered Samson into our hands. During the feast, they talk. What can we do to please the crowd? I have it. Bring Samson, let the people have their fun with him. So Samson is brought out of the prison and led up to the temple steps. Bring him up here so everyone can see what the mighty judge of Israel looks like now. Show us how you carry the gates of Gaza, as the crowd shouts in. Let's see you tear apart the line with your bare hands now. So as they mock him and spit on him. Now that Samson's hair has grown back, he hopes that God will restore his strength. There's a little boy there with him, and he asks him, he says, where are the pillars? I want to lean against him. He says, here, I'll put your hands on them. And he tells him, he says, run, boy, and don't stop until you're outside the temple. And he calls out to God, oh God, you blessed me with great strength once. I have ignored your commands and lost your blessings. I deserve to die, but just let me take some of the Philistines with me. Using all of his strength, Samson pushes against the pillars, and the giant temple to the heathen Dagon crashes to the ground. Crushed beneath it are thousands of Philistines who had made slaves of Samson's people. Samson had great strength, but a weak character. Yet God used him to help Israel anyways. Now God wants to show that he can also use someone who is physically helpless, but noble and faithful. So now instead of using the strength of your physical, the strength of your mind and of your character, which we will get into next week. So Samson has a great story, but like he said, his character was weak, and unfortunately it led to his downfall. But he was able to, turn into something. He was able to take some of the Philistines along with him, as well as their king and crush Dagon, their statue. But he did have great strength. And it's an incredible story. Definitely recommending reading it in, the full, Bible. This is obviously the actual Bible. This is a more simplified version, but reading it in there, and then they made a really good movie a few years back. I think like 2018, something like that. It's pretty good. I recommend that as well. But I hope you guys learned something new about Samson. We're going to get into some more stories, and it's going to be our lead up back to David once more. So we'll see where this takes us next. God bless. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys next week.